spring has arrived. The cherry blossoms are in bloom, bringing some much-needed cheer after a very exhausting winter. Morning Rush's Scott Withers is live at the Tidal Basin in Washington with more. Hey, Scotty, that is a beautiful shot you have going on back there.
It is spectacular. We're here live this morning at the Tidal Basin in Washington, D.C. You can see the Washington Monument behind me, and I am surrounded by spectacular-looking cherry blossoms. This is the peak bloom week for these cherry blossoms. It's the 110th anniversary of Japan gifting these trees to the city of Washington, D.C. There's 3,200 of these scattered throughout the city, and they are spectacular to look at. But what you're really looking at is climate change. Yeah, I know. It's not always those scary things like icebergs melting or species going extinct. The cherry blossoms are actually peaking a week early. Here in Washington, D.C., the temperature has increased by about 2 degrees over the last 50 years. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, but it has a ripple effect across the environment, including these things, the cherry blossoms peaking earlier. And it's causing a bigger problem across the larger environment. And the chief parks, the National Park Service here says it is going to be an issue moving forward.
If we continue to have the increase in temperatures, there have been a number of studies and a number of models that are predicting an earlier and earlier peak bloom for the trees, some of them for as much as a month over the next 100 years.
Yeah, so the National Park Service has been tracking this peak bloom for decades, and you can see it's moving earlier and earlier and earlier. Just a few years ago, these things wouldn't bloom until the second week of April. It's not just here that the climate and global warming is causing the problems. In Japan, where these trees originally came from, they're having the same issue. Last year, the peak bloom there was the earliest in the last 1,200 years. Lindsay, Alex, I got to tell you, the environment, it seems like a small thing when you're saying, oh, the trees are blooming a week earlier, but it has a ripple effect across the entire environment. Coming up in the next hour, I'm going to explain to you what phenology is. So make sure you guys Google that right now. That's your science homework for this morning, because it does have an impact on other things and on human life. So I'll explain that coming up next hour, Morning Rush.
It is not necessarily the best story to hear, but I know I'm jealous. Lindsay, I'm sure you are too. I've never seen the cherry blossoms in real life.
Me neither.
Me either. This is my first time. They're spectacular. And I got to be honest, I am surrounded by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that are all taking photos out here. It has been swamped all morning long, and they're beautiful to look at. So I understand why.
Yeah, absolutely. We
enjoy.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Scott, thank you.